Study after study shows us that logic and the value of gender equality in commerce, politics, peace building, the list is infinite. But we have to do more than help people see the logic with their minds. It's also about making them feel it in their bones, viscerally, emotionally. This is what changes us. It's what makes us act.
I'm going to introduce Elaine before she gets up to the microphone. This is a woman who has done so much.
Of course, you can't really find peace in the world if 50% of the world is women and they're not included in the same conversation. They have to be not only the brains behind, but also the instigators of a lot of our movement towards peace.
She's a fierce advocate for high-quality, accessible mental health services. She knows that for far too long,
you can't unwatch great films. You can't unread incredible books. You can't unsee groundbreaking art. They change you forever. And that's why great movements of social and human progress have always been illuminated by great art. Social progress can inspire art, and so the arts can inspire social progress. He for She Arts Week is the next page in that story.
Where she shares her stories, poems, photos, and videos. She invites New Yorkers to help her make the greatest city in the world even greater, the First Lady of New York City.
Certainly we've moved forward in some ways, and roles are blurring. At least we have, the most successful movie in all time. You have a female warrior, you know what I mean, fighting forward, and you have Danish girl, and different issues, and so that there's all these different things. I guess what I'd like to say is just that what we have to do as artists is to really recognize the sort of images that we're projecting and what we're doing.
New Yorkers experiencing mental health challenges have been left without the support and services they deserve. This year, she has committed herself to the creation of a mental health roadmap.
I wanted to reference as well, Sam Taylor Johnson did a beautiful series of photographs called Crying Men, which Forrest was part of, which really challenged the notion that men don't have tear ducts. It's a very confusing notion. Anyway, all of these things challenge these perceptions, and they make the roles that each of us get to play more complex, more whole, more real, more authentic. They make our jobs more interesting and truthful. I think gender equality does that.
There's a disparity, and it has to be worked on. The same disparity that happens all over the world with, take for instance in our Congress, there's only 19% women in the United States Congress. So there's 50% women in the country. Same thing all over the world. There's all these different statistics about government, and when you look at 20%, I think all the countries, there's 22% of them are in the parliament. We're talking about Congress for the US and the parliaments the rest around the world. And it's just something that has to be dealt with. We have to lift up and start to recognize and start to elect individuals to office so that those voices can be really heard and help build society the way it should be built.